Hey guys, it's Species Sims, and we are back with another installment of The Sims for Every Which Way, which is a Pendragon-Kitchen Sink Family Legacy Combo Challenge. Yay! Anyway, so we know that by now. Might just have to say every which way. like, Anyway, so the kids are finally home from school. Ooh, we're gonna see him do this as a teenager. I love this mad. Hopefully it works. He is. I love it. I do love the fact that he's still playing on this, even as a teenager, and I love the fact that he's doing it autonomously. But it's even cuter at the fact that he's like a teenager and he's such a freaking nerd that he's over here playing with that. Like it just because it just looks so cool. Okay, we're gonna sell Gilbert. I love you. This is why we keep you. Actually, don't sell that, Gilbert. Don't sell that. You know what I want to do? I want to take things like this, and I want to put them in the kids' inventories. Because I want them to have stuff that they can use when they move out that they can sell for money. So that they can afford a decent apartment. I don't want them to have like a shade. I want them to move out and live in a decent area of the city and not in the shadiest, tiniest, scariest little one, you know? I suppose worst case scenario, I take them with everybody because I hate that when you split up the family, like, okay, I'm going to move the family up, then it's like, oh, they only have 20,000 simoleons, so they can only afford something super duper tiny. And it's like, but they come from a family with money, they would probably leave with more money than that. You know what I mean? Like, I wish it was based on, like, so if they had, like, millions and they wouldn't start out with, oh, here's only 20,000 simoleons, it would be like, oh, you're obviously going to have some more money. Or you could easily set it. Because you can't set it in the... You have to put them on a lot, give them more money, and then move them, which is kind of annoying, but we'll have to do that, I guess. If that's the case. Because, you know, of course, it's unfortunate. We're playing on short lifespan. He's never going to get an A in school, but I feel like he would be the kid to get an A. So we might have to cheat him up. Or at least start him at least level 3 in the science career. I think, though, I would love to start Martin at level 1 of the politics career that's coming out with the new pack, because I feel like that would just be more suitable. You know, plus then we get to experience it a little bit. Not that we're going to end up working our way all the way up, but we can try. You know, some of my Sims do really good and they get promoted really fast. The teen jobs, they get promoted really fast. The, like, adult jobs, they're like, you're working your butt off. No promotion for you. So I need a mod that, like, promotes easier. I mean, I guess the MC Command Center, technically. Let's see, because we can always just move them up. Cheats. Oh, what makes him leave? Oh, we can set a skill. Increase funds. Oh, that's nice. Huh. Max all skills. I don't want to do that, but... Yeah, we can't. Yeah, neat. That's alright. It would have been nice. I mean, maybe we can do it. I just gotta figure out how to do it, but... I mean, we've got regular testing sheets that we can use. That's not what I wanted to do. Command Center, let's see. Career. Well, you don't really have a career, your school. Oh, that's true. That does nothing. It's useless to have, actually. Yeah, I mean, that's fine, like, the career mod, if you really care about, like, oh, I want all my Sims to be employed or unemployed or whatever. I don't really give a crap that much. I want to be able to click my Sims and be like, oh, promote them, without having to go into the box and type the cheats. That's only worth 720, but we're going to take that one, too. Because then we can sell Gilbert's paintings. Or we have paintings to hang around our house. I don't know. Gilbert's Mr. Moneybags. Where is Gilbert? Why can't I click on him? There we go. What are you doing? No, Gilbert. No. No, honey. Gilbert, honey. I'm going to have you paint some more. Because let's come up here and do a confident painting. You need to paint for me. Make me money. Just flow through the wall. Please don't go downstairs and then go back upstairs. Thank you. That's the fun with ghosts. It is kind of a shame that you can't build your own apartment so that you couldn't turn this into an apartment complex. You know, so you couldn't do things like this. That does suck quite a bit, but I mean, I'm fine with it because I don't really build because I suck at it, but it does kind of stink that you can't, you know, for people who do build and it doesn't, you know what I mean? Because it's like, it's going to get to the point where like, yeah, there's a ton of apartments and you can like renovate them and do whatnot. But I think after a while, it's going to do the same thing. You're going to be like, oh, okay. It'd be fun to see like the other kind of apartment styles that other people would build. Put that down. Plus, I don't understand why you're going to walk next door to wash those dishes when you could just put them in the dishwasher or a sink over here. And actually, where is your future boyfriend? Okay. Can I put this in there now? Where are you? Come here. And I want you to come over here and tell an engaging story. Get to know. Give him a hug, because he's your bestie. Get to know again. Discuss interests. Ask him about his day. Deep conversation. Gilbert just finished painting a masterpiece. Good for you, Gilbert. Oh, look at that one. That one's cool. We're going to take that one. Gilbert, paint me another painting. Let's do a flirty painting. Where are you going? Where are you going? I almost want to change this to like normal lifespan. Not because I want them to stay teenagers forever, but I mean like I'm thinking about like when they become young adults, maybe. Because then we can spend more time with them and with their family and everything. Like I normally don't like playing on normal lifespan, but I'm thinking maybe it won't be so bad. We're gonna have lots of different. I want to have lots of pictures of them together. Oh my god. He is so pretty and he is so nerdy. It's just adorable. Oh my god. Look, they're beautiful. Oh. I love my little gay nerds. Sounds so insulting. It's not meant to be, but like. Take a photo. We gotta get lots of photos together. I do wish you could take like family photos and like have more than just the two of them together. Like, oh, you're so precious in this picture. Plus, good for politics. I mean, hi. Monkey around. Show off your outfit. Share photos. Show him the photos. Give him props. Reveal the deep secret. Maybe you're going to reveal a secret. Maybe the secret you're gonna reveal is that you like boys. You know, he's gonna be like, so, I mean, you know. Let's see, what do you know about Merlin? You know, he's a genius and a bookworm, so you know all of his traits. Do you know all of Martin's traits? Perfectionist and self-assured, you do.
No beam.
Oh, who's getting abducted? Is it Gilbert? It's Gilbert. Bye, Gilbert. Have fun.
Pofale Nardu. Sukuni
So
Nazar.
maybe
How
try
Laona.
Rugi
flirt a little bit.
Payun.
Kelsta Lame.
Oh,
Torkanu.
a little flirting, a little light flirting. Well, where are you going? No, get back here. Go back here. You're not sleeping yet. You're not tired yet. We need to friendly. Where's the monkey around? Because that's kind of give him a hug. We'll have you reveal a deep secret. Follow him. Follow him. I feel like teenager, okay, we can do the on the normal life, the short lifespan, but maybe I really don't know why. Like, because this series is going to take me the rest of my life to do because we're only on M and it's an alphabet legacy. But I'm actually feeling like with these two and just kind of the plans that I have for them, maybe putting it on normal lifespan when they become young adults.
Linzu.
You know, I kind of feel like it's perfect. Okay, except for the fact that their dad's in here. Well, one of their dads is in here. Whose dad is that? That's Romeo. Okay. That's my Pendragon. That's your dad. Why is your dad in your boyfriend's room? But you know what I mean? Like, I just kind of see like, oh, they're gonna monkey around, like fooling around, and then it's gonna be one of those like look in each other's eyes and it's like, hey. Yeah, we're just goofing around, we're friends, and then there's gonna be that kiss. So, you know. We gotta get the romancy thing up. Even though I really wish that they could like have feelings for each other without it being like, oh, they're flirty and they're like sweethearts or whatever. Like it would be one of those things because that would be like this undiscovered. Like they'd goof around, they're friends, they joke, they have so much fun, and then all of a sudden one day they're just joking around having fun, and then that's when the magic kiss happens, and then they, kind of realize their feelings for each other. Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It makes me weep. Plus, they're both so cute. So I think it'd be fun if we did normal lifespan, at least for a little while, just because then we could kind of, every once in a while, I mean, I wouldn't do it all the time, but once in a while we could go to work with Merlin. He's stuck on the door now. Honey, you're supposed to be stuck in the closet, not the door frame. Let's get it straight. Anyway. And then Martin would have a little bit more time to work on his career, even though I hate working on the careers, but it would be something. And we wouldn't have to worry too much about like, oh, okay, 3 days later, and then they're adults and they're young adults and we're rushing. And because, I mean, normally that's how I like to play because I don't really have a lot of plans in my, even though I kind of go with the flow and do a story, within everything, I'm not particular on, normal lifespan because it just gets really boring really fast. Gilbert. Yeah, what are you thinking? We're going to give the kids all the paintings that Gilbert does. That'll be their little nest egg. Gilbert's been working on them. Whoa, what are you doing, Creeper? It's like he's just like hanging out here like, hi, Gilbert. I'm going to miss Gilbert. I'm not kidding. We're going to leave him behind, like, when we move. And then Gilbert will just... I mean, he'll live here forever. But... I feel like it'd be kind of fun if we could... Like, I want to keep Gilbert forever, but I almost want him to go back into his urn, even though we don't have it anymore. So that he could, like, come out and haunt the house and do stuff and whatever, but he wouldn't be always around. Because I kind of feel like that'd be fun. Like, oh, there's Gilbert. Like, he's our resident ghost, and he's haunted our family for generations, but he's not, like, an active member of the family. But we can't go back now. I don't think. I mean, because we could set it to never cull him if he was just a ghost, but... I mean, I don't think that... We can't. Can you get up for a second? I want to see something. MC Command Center. Cheats. Makes him leave. Commands. Flags. I mean... Okay. I guess you can go back to sleep. I wish there was a way to kind of put him back in his urn without sending him to the other world. Because, I mean, you can do that, I think. Well, I think you have to have their urn, and I don't think I have one for him. But, yeah, I mean, that kind of sucks. I would love for him to just be like a family ghost that, comes out and haunts them once in a while. Like, I wish I could go back in time and do that, but we can't. Because I don't want to have, when they move into an apartment, like, now I have to have a room for Gilbert because he can't just be like a damn genie in a bottle and, like, go back in your urn at night. You know what I mean? Like, he's got to have his own bed. It's not like he has the best life here, but. I mean, legitimately, we could totally just make, like, a tiny little, like, closet. He just needs, like, a bunk bed. Like, we could actually, like, make the bed float above the ceiling. Like, hide it and he could sleep in it. I mean, there's ways around it, but I don't want to do that, so it's sad. We'll be losing Gilbert, but it's okay. We could always get them another haunted apartment, which would be awesome. I think it'd be really fun for them to have an alien kid, because, I mean, like, Merlin is into aliens and everything like that. Like, he's the alien investigator, and that's why he's going into the scientist career, so he can search for aliens. But at the same time, it would suck because I want it to be, it's got to be their genetics, their shared genetics. You know what I mean? Especially because technically, Martin is. We're combining these two challenges, and they're both the heirs for their prospective original challenges. But Martin is the one that has the lineage that is my alphabet challenge that was started with my runaway teen. Not the one that I did a Let's Play for. I wasn't doing Let's Plays when I started this challenge. So his great ancestor started this. So it's kind of like it has to at least be his genetics. I mean, it would kind of suck if it didn't have the Pendragon genetics too, because that's the whole point of me combining these two is keeping two families that I really like and legacies that I want and continuing them. Though there would always be the last name Pendragon, but they'll always have, say, Martin's family genetics in them to continue the alphabet legacy. So, I mean, there's really we could have had anybody marry Martin, you know, but we chose to bring in the Pendragons. We're going to keep the Pendragon last name as opposed to changing it like we always do. But it's still like it has to have Martin's genetics. So technically, yes, it could just be Martin could get abducted by aliens, but I feel like, that wouldn't work. But what I do kind of think, because Merlin would be in the science career, I feel like that would kind of set it up well. Like, he's in the science career, he's researching aliens, and maybe he finds a way to take alien DNA, because, like, aliens can impregnate Sims, because there's plenty of instances of this happening. It's not totally uncommon, and it's not, like, unheard of. Where, like, now, if someone's like, I was abducted and impregnated by aliens, you'd be like, you're a little bit crazy, okay. Okay. But, like, in the Sims universe here, they're like, yeah, not surprised. It happens all the time. Those goddamn aliens just can't keep it in their pants. You know what I mean? So I feel like, even though, like, it happens, but maybe I mean, well, I guess, no. The kind of, like, why he's a UFO investigator, he's searching for aliens, but yet they kind of know that there's alien. Well, maybe it's just because there's so many stories of all these alien abductions and everything, and, like, he's like, I know that there's such thing as aliens. He's the Fox Mulder, there's aliens. I know there's aliens. All these people say there's aliens, and everyone else is like, yeah, they're crazy though. I think until they meet them. But of course, in this particular story, they don't know any aliens. Nobody in any of this family is an alien. So I feel like, though, because Merlin would be a scientist, I mean, it's going to be a scientist, that they were, like, walking up the stairs together, but in separate houses. It's kind of cool. Everyone's going to bed, aren't they? No, what are you doing? You're flirting with yourself? Oh, maybe you should clean this. When you're done cleaning the sink. Oh, never mind. Okay, then you should clean this. Maybe practice pickup lines. I don't know. What does he want to do with the puppet show? Buy a puppet theater. You have one. Embrace your wife. Okay, we can do that. Become happy. Right? So I feel like, yeah, what I was saying is he would kind of, Merlin would be working in the science lab and like, discovering aliens and woo, and the alien DNA and all this stuff and figuring out a way. And that would be kind of how he could end up pregnant, is that he would be able to figure out a way to splice their genetics together and then carry this baby the same way that male Sims can carry alien babies. And there was other toilets in the house, kid. Granted, not really any upstairs, so I guess that's fine, but. And then you need to go have fun when you're done pee-peeing, but the sink is filthy. he's, he's, he's playing on his phone while taking a poop. Yeah, who doesn't do that? The time you're like, I just gotta pee really fast, and you go to pee, and you're like, why didn't I bring my phone with me? I can't stand all this. Like, this 4 seconds is taking me to pee is too long. Must look at Twitter. But yeah, so I feel like then that's how he would end up. He would be able to, like, splice their genetics. And he probably... I'm thinking, like, I wonder if he would actually do it. Just as an experiment, like, not telling Martin, because, of course, like, Martin would want to have kids. But is like, but it's a shame we can't have them. It wouldn't be our genetics. Like, what do we do? We could adopt, like, whatever. And, Merlin is kind of always a little out there and in his own head and focusing on his career, kind of feels like, I mean, this is getting way ahead of ourselves, but I just kind of feel like that would be a good thing, like Merlin would do, like then splice their genetics and not tell Martin that he was doing it and end up like, hey, I'm pregnant with her baby. I used alien DNA, like, so I can have a baby, and like not tell him until he knew it would work, and then this way, like, it would just be like the most romantic-y gift to give like his sim husband, like in the Sims world, like it's just like, because he's gonna be like kind of like, I'm gonna out there and like, it's not like he's like super romantic-y, like, oh, I'm the suave. I mean, he's not. But I think that'd be so cute. So there we go. That's like a precursor. There you go. That's our story. But of course, we'll get to that. Like, it's gonna be a ways off. But yeah. I mean, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Because I don't really want to. I mean, how long? No, did she just age up? She didn't age up that long ago. 9. What do they have? Like 13 days, maybe? He's got 4 days till he's an elder. Yeah. I feel like they only have about like 13 days because they have like maybe 10 days as teenagers. I'm okay with the 10 days as teenagers because this gives us enough time, because by the time they hit young adults, we'll either have, they'll either turn into young adults and then City Life comes out, or City Life might come out the same week that I age them up. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not sure. Like, so we'll see. I'm not really sure if their young adult birthday will be like the Saturday before, because I always record all this on Saturdays. Um, I mean, this posts on a Sunday. I record it the Saturday before. Not like the day before. I mean, like literally like more than a week before. So I'm recording this, and last week's episode hasn't even posted yet. So that's just how this works. So I could always probably time it and wait to record the episode for the week as the day before it would post. Or, it would be, oh, okay, we're going to age them up. And then City Life comes out a couple days later. And then the next time I record, they would be moving into the city. I mean, I don't know. We'll figure it out. So timing wise, we'll either be like, they age up and then we won't get to move them right away, or it might time out perfectly. So I'm not sure. It really just depends on how fast the episodes go. But it'll be good because we'll at least be able to see him turn into an elder. Lexi and Romeo will miss their birthdays, but it's okay because whatevs. Where's she? Oh. But these two, oh gosh. Yeah, I think we might change the lifespan for a little while. I'm not saying I'm not going to resort back to going back to short lifespan, but I think for a little while with them, I might do normal, just so we can have a little more time. It's just, for me, normal lifespan gets really boring because that's all you're doing is like focusing on careers, focusing on careers, focusing on careers. And then it gets too complicated. And then it's like, oh my God. But I do want to spend a little bit of time with them and, spending some time with Merlin going to the science career and helping him work that out and, getting him up a little higher in the career. And I suppose it'd be kind of interesting if they lived in, maybe not the super low end apartments where like everything was falling apart. Um, Although that would be kind of cute too. Like, hey, we're living in these super low end apartments while we're starting our careers, but then when they're ready to start a family, they can move into some place a little bit, maybe not the highest end district, but like a higher end district. You know what I mean? So I was kind of like, I'm tossing between that or just starting out kind of like in the mid range, because I know there's 4 or 5 districts, and I don't want them like in the super low end, but I'd be okay with them starting, say, in the middle, and then maybe as we're playing, they work themselves up to the super high end, or even staying in the middle. But I was kind of thinking originally like starting them in the middle, and at least that's where they would stay. So I'm not quite 100% sure what I'm going to do with them, but I feel like if we do normal lifespan, it would give us the chance to like work up. So, oh, are you going to school? Okay, bye. Oh, he's already gone. Hurry up, your boyfriend left without you. Although, if we switch to kind of a normal lifespan. Go to school. Okay, it's like it just wasn't clicking him to school even though he wasn't on the lot. So I feel like as teenagers, they haven't quite. I mean, they're friends and they goof around together and they're like besties and everything, but they haven't quite figured out their feelings yet. Like, I mean, they obviously have a bond, but in their minds, like that's what you have with your best friend. It doesn't mean like you know what I mean? Like, there's a certain relationship that you have with your best friend that transcends other friends. Like, you have friends, everyone has friends, but that best friend, there's just something more to them. But it's not as much as like a romantic relationship, and sometimes you have like a better connection with your best friend than you do romantic relationships, and sometimes the romantic relationship ends up being your best friend. But for them, I feel like they have this super bond, but they don't quite realize at this point that it's like it has that romantic bond underneath it. So I feel like, Merlin would be focused on school and doing science experiments and maybe being in like the chess club or something, and like he's more academic and focused on like all of that. But Martin being the wanting to be having a little more popularity kind of a thing. And does he have a popularity? Oh no, he is the fabulously wealthy. But like, being a little more into, thinking about his career and, wanting to be friendly and more outgoing and a little less with the academics, he would be probably going out there, making more friends, doing different other kinds of clubs and outings, and maybe, going out having girlfriends and stuff like that. And he would kind of be that kid that has multiple girlfriends, not like at the same time, but like, he might date a girl and like, yeah, I went out with her a couple times, but wasn't feeling it. Or, oh, now there's this girl who's like this cheerleader who's really into it. Because I mean, he's a handsome, suave kind of guy, That's why he's perfect for politics. Everything that comes out of his mouth is like, oh, it sounds beautiful. It's all crap. No, I mean, I feel like I know politicians are scumbags, but I feel like, Martin would be like trying to actually be a decent one. So we're gonna make him Merlin is making mad cash in the bathroom. I think he's dealing drugs. I I don't think bathroom cash, quote unquote. Oh, I found $20. That's not where you're getting it from, but whatever. Like, he's dealing. That is hilarious. Um, well, if you have to pee, go pee. So I feel like, Martin would, okay, yeah, I dated this girl for a couple weeks, or we went out a couple times, and or, oh, now this other girl, maybe you date her for a couple of months or something. And he's got just kind of like, I don't want to say like a rotating wall of girlfriends because, that's not the way it is. He's not like a player where he's like, yeah, I got all these different girlfriends. It's more like, he's trying to find someone. And so he, might go out with someone and maybe right off the bat he realizes, yeah, it's not going to work. Or, she dumps him because, he's obviously like underlying, he may not realize it. And I don't think anybody else really realizes it. But I mean, if he's gay, he's not going to be attracted to girls like that. You know what I mean? Like, he's not going to be like, yeah, cool, let me have sex with all these girls. I mean, maybe he does. And then he realizes that, like, he's not into it. But he doesn't quite, I mean, he could be thinking, well, hey, I've got clubs and interests and hobbies, and I've got, like, I do have to focus on school because I want to get a good job and whatever, and I don't have time to, like, just chase skirt. But, so, and I'm also thinking that he'll probably, date some girls, and, at some point, they'll probably be the ones breaking up with him, maybe, because, he's not paying as much attention to them, or they're also jealous because, he likes spending his free time. He's not the typical guy where, like, oh yeah, as soon as I get a girlfriend, my entire free time is spent, like, trying to get laid, or, like, spending time with her. He still wants to spend time with his best friend, and or, they just have so much inside, they have like insider jokes and everything because they just have that bond. And, you know, the kind of girls that, you know, Martin would be dating aren't like, oh, the kind of nerdy girls who would totally be in with the jokes. They're more like the popular girls or like the cheerleaders and probably a little more stuck up, probably girls that are like maybe a little more arm candy than they are substance. Um, and they're extremely jealous of that because they feel like they should be the center of his attention and they're not. So, yeah, they're going to get tired of it real quick and go with someone else. And he's a little more, even though he's such a pretty boy, he's not that kind of a guy. You know what I mean? He's a little more sensitive because, doesn't, I mean, he doesn't know that he's gay, but, and he wants to have a bond with somebody, like an emotional connection. But he doesn't really have it with these girls because they're really all about like, oh, hey, your family has money, sort of. I mean, they're not completely freaking rich, but they're not like, broke ass or anything. And he's got all this ambition and they can just tell that he's, going to go places and stuff like that. And he's got, especially being in high school, he's probably going to end up with some scholarships to some Ivy League schools and stuff like that. And and then again, they're really more about the prestige and being the arm candy to a wealthy man and all that stuff. But Martin is not. Oh, I can't give it to them because they're not here. Martin's not really too caring of stuff like that. So, yeah, they're going to end up kind of breaking his heart. And it's going to be kind of in that space where he's, I'm taking a break because I can't too many of that, like, I don't know what's going on. And that's kind of when, obviously Merlin would be there for him because he's his best friend and he hates seeing him hurt. But he doesn't, it's like that realization, like, you're like, oh my God, I hate seeing you hurt. It hurts me so bad. And it's not just because I love you because you're my best friend. It's because I'm like in love with you. And like, we spent all this time together and we have this bond that we'll never have with anybody else. And then that's kind of like when it all snowballs into their magic lurve. I'm snuggling my bird right now because magic lurve. Anyway, we're going kind of over, but I just kind of was like getting that nice. Why is Gilbert orange? He's orange. Like, why is he orange? It's freaking me out a little bit. Gilbert, why are you orange? In your thumbnail. Creepy! Anyway. So yeah, I mean, so that's kind of where we're going with that. And so I'm not going to change it to like normal lifespan while the kids are teenagers. we probably won't have Martin actually going out with a bunch of girls, but that's kind of where the story would go. And, you know, if we were playing on normal lifespan with them as kids, as teenagers, then yeah, I would go through that and kind of like, oh, he's dating this girl. Oh, now they broke up. Oh, now he's dating this girl. Now they broke up. But I'm not really going to do that just because time. And I don't want to change it to normal lifespan. I mean, maybe we'll kind of have him, you know what he should do while he's at school? Let's have him make friends. So we might pick like a girl, you know. Oh, like, here we go. Olivia. We can have him do, oh my God, look at Alexander Gott's pompadour hairdo. That's great. So we can, you know, maybe have him date Olivia for a little while and then she breaks up with him and maybe she gets together with Alexander. That'd be perfect. And we could kind of work that out. I don't know, something like that. So we might just have him have like one girlfriend, but we would say that he has at least a couple, you know, kind of before he ends up in this kind of relationship with uh, Merlin. But we will kind of work on their romance, even though I don't want them to actually be romantic necessarily with each other, but I want their romantic level to be up so that, you know, we can kind of set up that, oh, they're just goofing around one day and having fun. And, you know, after, you know, maybe it's a little while after Martin gets dumped, and that's when their first kiss would kind of be that first realization that they, you know, have this bond and have feelings for each other, and they always have, and that's why, you know, that's why everything in their lives type of a thing. And, you know, but we have to have a romantic relationship with them before we can get to that part. But I kind of feel like I just want it to be like, to them, it doesn't, like, they don't realize it's there until that first kiss moment. But obviously, for the purposes of the game, we kind of have to work on the romance angle before that. So, anyway, so I'm going to wrap this part up here. And when we come back, we will continue working on their friendship, relationship, all that kind of stuff. So, I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.